Hello everyone, this is Zeeebo and welcome to this Etheria restart video. So as usual, I'm on my daily routine to look out for all the Inferno guides that actually clears through the dungeons for all the different Inferno stages so that I can actually learn and prepare my account for all my Inferno runs in general. So Rengokutsu right here didn't have any clears until today, and somebody finally conquered it. So the first guy in Asia to do it is the Great Wall of China strategy guy, Lane Wall right here. So he's back with his Cachi the God, Mia, as well as Masaya and Ling Luo right here. So let's take a look at the units he's using, as well as talk about what they do, and also, you know, break down the units and their usage for Rengokutsu right here. Okay, so Ling Luo, heal, dispel, 111 in terms of the skill, very little investment on the unit side, just mainly the levels as well as the gears right here. So his gear is with the 3 matrix effects for the maximum stats, and then I think the time wave is just there for the stats because he only have his transistor as well as the wrist wheel upgraded. So the first one is not upgraded, so it's I think he's probably saving his resources, so just to get like that additional HP and defense to survive better, because effect accuracy doesn't actually affect the spell, but now that I think about it, maybe he's there for that cooldown reduction trigger right here. Yeah, so I think that's the purpose of this time wave over here, mainly for this cooldown reduction with the ultimate spam. So that's for Ling Luo. Then we have Masaya with the offensive gears, White Fang with Keen Eye and Onslaught, with up to 4000 plus attack, 70 plus crit rate over. And then Cachi the God. Okay, so his Cachi the God is pretty stacked up on the skill side, but to be honest, I don't think the second skill works against Rengokutsu because it's immune to all turn minus effects. So I think for this unit, it's probably just for the buff over here, for the defense up, the buff duration extension, as well as the immunity. So same thing for this unit, he has the time wave set once again, pretty fast. Yeah, pretty fast. It's like 260 speed over here. So his gear over here is mainly for the speed as well as the cooldown reduction to spam through his third skill right here. Yeah, so that's for Cachi the God. And then we have Mia. So Mia with the ultimate leveled up. So this is to further reduce the cooldown of the shells as well as the ally skill. So that's for Mia, Codex of Magic for the double ultimate spam. Okay, so strive together with the heal in terms of the matrix effect side. Okay, so before we start, let's run through what Rengokutsu does here. So before looking through the run, let's take a look at the skills of Rengokutsu and how this team actually counters Rengokutsu right here. So Rengokutsu's first skill is a single target skill that deals bonus turn steal onto the countered affinity. Okay, so single target skill with 0 turn cooldown. And then Burning Vortex is an AoE skill which ignores defense, and then when attacking counter affinity, ignores even more defense. So this subsequently changes the ally's role in sequence, so modifying Rengokutsu from odd to holo to disorder to constant, and then back to reason, I guess. So for this part, I think the reason why he had different affinities is to prevent the stacking of damage from all the enemies when it's all on like one counter affinity, because the other units have the tailspin ability right here. So this is from the 2 summons, but let's finish up the other skills for Rengokutsu himself first. So Burning Desire, after enemies of the same affinity acts 4 times cumulatively, deals damage to enemies of the affinity and inflict evil fire. So if you have too many units of the same affinity, you're gonna stack up on this insanely fast. So that's why he has 4 different affinities. So in terms of team builds, try to get like all the different units of different roles in different affinities. So that's for Blazing Desire. Okay, immune to turn meter minus as well as DOT damage right here, so no Shadow Sanya for you, and that's for Rengokutsu himself. Okay, then the summon Tailspin Corruptions deals damage as well as inflicts silence while prioritizing target of counter affinity to extend the duration of silence. And for the second unit itself, AoE damage with the ability to inflict minus attack. Okay, and also additional defense down if against a countered target. So basically for this fight, I think the different affinities in the team itself is to reduce the impact of the countered affinity wording. And on top of that, the protection from the immunity is to protect against all the different debuffs that all this unit can do. So without further ado, let's jump into the battle part to showcase how this team function against Rengokutsu on Inferno stage. Okay, so cast the ultimate here. Let's just go at 3 times. Okay, so this is where you get the immunity as well as the defense up. Okay. Okay, so another layer of immunity with the heal backup, so Linglor is insanely good. Okay, Mia right here with the ultimate, so it's to heal up the whole team once again from the first wave of damage from the boss, because there's actually a 2-turn cooldown for Burning Vortex right here. Okay. Okay, so Messiah is mainly there for the damage, so that's that. So the role of Linglor and Mia is to heal up, and then Mia additionally has this cycle. So I think the whole team should have the immunity coverage with the Artisan shielding the whole team over here. Yeah, seems like the case as you guys can see, because like Mia's skill actually resets the cooldown of Artisan much faster. Okay, so then additionally Linglor is able to extend all the different buff duration. So I think the important one is immunity as well as the defense up, so that you get like more damage reduction from the AoE damage from all the different sources right here. So let's just speed this up at 3 times, because this battle is like 5 minutes long. So I think the battle just repeats itself in terms of the units having the defensive capability to just heal themselves back up. So the good thing about Rengokutsu right here is this boss doesn't have any damage building up or any attack boosting skills that increases damage output over time. So the only thing that we probably need to worry about is the evil fire right here. So I guess the immunities coming out from Linglor as well as Cachi is quite important, because this is an undispellable buff or debuff applied by the boss. So the one in yellow is undispellable, unfortunately. Right, so right here as you guys can see, Linglor used her skill, but you can't dispel it, so that's that. But the overall, with the double sustain in the team, with the defense up as well as the immunity, yeah, his team is basically able to just plow through in terms of damage. Yeah, so not sure whether or not this evil fire can actually stack up. So it actually came in when he lost his immunity, so this further confirms the importance of the immunity coming out from this unit as well as this unit skill over here. Yeah, so immunity is quite important, and then maybe using your Echo Symphony to further extend it, even better. So that's for this fight. Yeah, seems pretty much the case in terms of how he's gonna clear it. He's just gonna repeat the skill cycle, and then hopefully this evil fire doesn't build up over time, and then he will be able to clear it. So that's the result of the build itself. It's going to be a 5 minutes run. We're going to end the video here, so you guys roughly see the cycle of the skills, how the team work, and how he used this team to clear through Rengokutsu right here. So that's it for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do remember to like and subscribe to see more. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Bye guys.